Okay. All right, item 7, discussion and possible action on scheduling WCND board meetings at least once a quarter in Port Mansfield. I know this was something that was done previously, and then I think it was, in a later meeting, was voted against, maybe rescinded to have it maybe once a year or something like that.
Once a year is the last.
Yeah, but I think it's important for us to have a meeting down there at least once a quarter. We can do it a morning meeting, evening meeting. We have a place to have it. We'll have it at the Fellowship Hall at the Baptist Church.
And are you talking, okay, here I go again, guys. I look at Willacy County Navigation District, Port Mansfield, Santa Rita, Raymondville, La Sara. We're all taxpayers. We're all contributing to this pot of money to maintain. Are you talking about once a quarter for each of these taxing entities? Or just Port Mansfield?
Well, you
Or
want
do we have meetings?
talking about
at
having
these other
meetings in
places?
Lucera?
I don't know, I'm asking.
No, this is just specifically for Port Mansfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, I would not agree to that unless we change that and say, you know what, let's do a meeting at each one of these other areas. Or we use technology, like,
Which we're working on.
you know, to do that. You know, at the school district, I'm at home and I'm looking at the board meeting. And it's streamed, and I'm part of it, and I see that. So there's different ways of doing this. I'm okay having a meeting as we used to have it once a year over there. I'm fine with that. But we also need to give options to these other entities as well, because we're all taxpayers. At least that's my position.
You never show up.
And from that electronic perspective, we actually have ordered the materials. It just hasn't arrived. And once it does, we'll be ready to install.
When did you order?
2 months, a month and a half, 2 months ago. From all this, right after the elections, I'm like, hey, we've been trying to do this for years. Finally got a decent quote from somebody. I thought it was a little high, but it was all right.
So going back to the agenda item, I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in schools, when there was an election, or at the beginning of the year, or at some point, the board would put it on the agenda item, the schedule for meetings.
Mhm.
And then we would vote on that, and that was our schedule for meetings for that coming year. Then there was another year, and then we'd vote on the schedule for meetings on that. I don't know that we're doing that here to set those things, and I think, I don't know if that's even a requirement or just a practice that school districts have with their board meetings to let people know. And now you've calendared them. Obviously, there's gonna be exceptions to the rule. Sometimes you have to cancel a meeting, whatever it is, and reschedule.
Well, my point for doing it is, everything we vote on here as a board affects Port Mansfield. It doesn't affect Lucera or Raymondville.
But it affects our taxpayers as well.
Well, I
I'm gonna
understand that, and
disagree
so are
with that.
we.
Yeah, affects everyone. Port Mansfield, Santa Rita, Raymondville, La Sara. Because every decision that we make, that budget is gonna impact our decisions here. And I'm for, guys, I'm for going to Port Mansfield. I have no problems. I don't even remember why we stopped. I mean, I'm okay with that. But I think we also need to look at, what about the other areas? At least that's my position is, yeah, let's go to Port Mansfield. Let's have a meeting there. Let's go to Santa Rita. Let's have a, I don't know.
I think live streaming would be the best option. Everybody would be able to log on, we can put it on our website, we can share it Facebook, share it social media. I think that would give everybody the opportunity, our taxpayers, everybody.
Well, we're gonna do that anyway.
Right.
Well, then I
We
agree,
already
then
decided.
then
I
that's
make a
enough. I
motion.
think that's enough.
I'll make a motion that we hold at least one meeting a quarter at Port Mansfield. Now, if you want to
There
have
you go.
another motion on next meeting agenda to have one once a quarter in Lucera, that's fine too. But right now, this is what's on the agenda, Port Mansfield. So I'll make a motion, we have a meeting once a quarter in Port Mansfield.
There you go.
You need a second? Okay.
Failed due to
Yeah.
lack of a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Motion failed.
Guys do like the second.
Okay.